Ugh. Good morning. Oh, my eyes start to water the second I try to look at you guys. I wonder if I. Okay, that's better. That light was like killing me. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Laura. Good morning. Good morning. I have so many freckles. Holy moly. Last day in Atlanta. I am filming something this morning or today at 12 o'clock with Regina Hall and Issa Rae and Marseille Martin. And I'm filming at noon. And then I would think we probably will wrap and be out of there by 1. And I am driving home to Birmingham as fast as humanly possible. Like, I literally cannot get home fast enough because I got to turn around and come right back to Atlanta on Monday. Next week is my last week in Atlanta. Oh, Kara, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. What song do you want me to sing, Joe? Joe, what song do you want me to sing? Did I sing something? Did I sing? No. Morning, everybody. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Yes, B, we're promoting Little. Oh, you said get my glasses? I couldn't find them yesterday. Let me see if I can find them. Happy birthday, Allison. Somebody said for me to finish singing a song, but what song did you want me to sing? I'll sing anything you want me to sing. I just don't know what song you were talking about. All right. So anyway, it's Friday. It's my last day in Atlanta until Monday. Tired already just thinking about it. Michael and I are going to go out tomorrow night since we missed date night this week. Well, hello there, everybody. Hello. I got my hair cut yesterday. I was singing, oh, good morning, good morning. I don't think that's an actual song. What song, Joe? What song? I don't know what song you're talking about. Oh, Stevie B. Lore. So Jersey, Lore. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. All right. So I got my hair done in Atlanta yesterday. I have a hair person in Birmingham who's Shelby at Beauty Shock. And then I have a hair girl in Atlanta who I love. And I bet you're going to ask me what her name is. Sorry, it'll come to me at some point. What the fuck is my hair girl's name? That's great, Jamie. Really great. Oh my God. What is my hair? Is this dementia? Huh. Wow. Okay, can't remember my hair girl's name, and I was just with her yesterday. So clearly I need ginkgo biloba, or whatever the hell it's called, to work on my memory. I've had a lot going on. Oh my God, what is her name? You know what? It'll come. Baby, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. What the hell's her name? Okay. I know everyone's like, who's your hair girl in Atlanta? Well, it would be great if I could remember her name. It'll come to me. No, Shelby is in Birmingham. Shelby, he owns Beauty Shock in Birmingham, and it'll come to me. It will come to me. If not, I'm gonna. Okay. So yesterday when I was leaving my hair appointment, I got my fingers done. Yes, everybody wanted to know. I got like a peach color, which I like. It's interesting. It's different. I'm trying different things. But they didn't have this. I like gel on my nails, but I don't like gel on my toes. So they had to do a different color on my toes, and to me it's like way more neon. Do you see? Like you can't really tell, but this is lighter and this is like Jersey 88. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever. Nobody cares. Yes, I will actually remember my hair person's name, I swear. And I love her, and she's beautiful, and she's so fun. And we spent 2 hours together yesterday. Ugh, okay. All right, so anyway, let me talk to you about this. So I left my haircut appointment yesterday, and I had a rough week, I'm not gonna lie. And I get out of the haircut place, I walk down the steps, I go into the parking lot, get to my car, and in the car next to me is a young girl, maybe like, I don't know. I didn't ask, but I felt like I looked old enough to be her mother. So she had to have been in her 20s, right? Like early 20s. She was driving an Acura, which to me says 24. I could be wrong. That's what Acura said back when I was 24. So I don't know. All right. So anyway, I see that she's crying. My eyes are watering so bad. I swear I'm not picking eye boogers. It's literally tears that pool in my eyes when I try to read. Anyway, okay. So, anyway, I see that she's crying in her car and she's scrolling on her phone, music's playing, and I know that space. I know that space. Raise your hand if you have ever cried in your car listening to music and scrolling on your phone. Hi, my name is Jamie and I'm part of the I Cry in My Car Club. Okay? In fact, one of the safest places for me to cry is in my car when my kids are not with me, because then they can't see me, right? I don't like to cry in front of my kids. Not that anything's wrong with crying. I just don't like to cry in front of them, because then I have to explain grown-up things to them, and I don't like to lie to my kids. Because I don't know if you've ever seen my kids, but Olivia is so intuitive. She can tell when you're lying before the lie comes out of your mouth. Okay? So here comes the old lady. Knock on the passenger window. The girl looks over at me, immediately starts wiping her face. She's fine, right? I'm fine. Wiping her face. Rolls the window down. I go, hey, how are you? She goes, I'm good. I go, is the door locked? So she looks at the door and looks at me and goes, no. So I open the car door. Yes, I know this is intrusive. I do understand that was intrusive. But I got the feeling that if I had just asked her if she wanted to talk, she would have said no. And I feel like sometimes extreme measures call for extreme things, right? So anyway, I open her car door, to which she goes like this. And I get in and I look at her and I go, hi, I'm Jamie. She goes, hi. I'm not going to tell you her name because she lives in Atlanta and that's not fair. So she shakes my hand. I say, I know it's totally bizarre that I'm sitting in your car, right? She goes, a little. I go, it smells like smoke in here. Do you smoke? And she looks at me and I go, I'm not judging you. I'm just asking, do you smoke? Because it smells like smoke in here. And she says, well, my fiance smokes and he was in my car smoking. I say, okay, you know, I'm cool, right? You could tell me the truth if you smoke. Like, and she laughs a little bit and she goes, no, it was my fiance. So I'm like, okay, your fiance. Okay, so I see that you're crying, and the reason, just to give you a little information. So my name's Jamie. I'm a totally normal person. Normal being, you know, operative word here. So, I said, but I have 3 kids. If you want, I can show you on my phone my children. Like, I'm not a killer or anything like that. I said I had a show on Bravo. It was called Jersey Belle. Then I do this thing on Facebook called Coffee Talk. And she was like, your voice sounds familiar. I said, you've probably heard one of my videos on Facebook. I just want you to know I'm not a Looney Tune. Like, I'm in your car, which appears to make me a Looney Tune, but I'm not a Looney Tune. And I was trying to interject humor so she would, like, not think I was crazy. I said, I just got my hair done right up there. I got my nails done down there. Like, I'm fine. So she was like, okay. And I said, I saw that you were crying. And she was like, yeah, I'm having a rough time. So I said, do you want to talk about it? And she said, if I talk about it, I'll cry. Girl, do you know who is sitting in your car right now? That is me. There's like, you know how Santa has a list of who's naughty and who's nice? And the list is like 1,000 miles long. This is what I'm telling this girl in her car. She was probably like, bitch, get the fuck out. I said, I have a list, a scroll of subjects that from the time I was like 8 that I don't like to talk about because it makes me cry. But sometimes I do coffee talk, I talk about them, and then I cry. So she started laughing and she's like, it's stupid. Now, first of all, why do we do that? Why, when things are hurtful to us or sad to us or whatever, we immediately try to make it seem like it's stupid? It's not stupid. If something makes you cry, if something, all right, Jenny Myers, I will never get in your car. Keep your doors locked and I will never get in. If something sparks tears in you, stop discrediting your emotions. Stop discrediting your feelings. It is real. If it is real to you, it is real. Don't apologize for crying. Cry. Cry every day if you have to. I cried most of the night Tuesday night. I cried all day Wednesday. I cried half of the day yesterday. I'll probably cry the whole drive home today because I need to wash away things that I am dealing with. Tears, wash it away. And eventually you will get to a place where you have cried it out. Most things, not all things, but a lot of things can be cried out. Then, well, so cute. She goes, are you a therapist? No, but I play one on Facebook. That's what I told her. I said, no, but I play one on Facebook. Then I took her phone. She's probably watching now. Fuck. I took her phone. I went to Instagram. I found myself on Instagram. I was like, this is me, Jamie P. Sullivan on Instagram. So I followed it and she was like, oh, you have a blue check mark. I go, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. It just means I'm actually who I say I am. That's all that means. And then I went to Facebook and I was like, Jamie Premack Sullivan, this is me. I followed it, right? So I said, I do coffee talk. I explained the whole thing. I go, now, do you want to talk to me about what's going on? She explains to me that she's getting married in June to the man of her dreams. And her father is in jail and was supposed to be getting out in time for her wedding, and she just found out he will not be out in time for her wedding. So her father will not be able to walk her down the aisle. This is not a father that she didn't grow up with. This is a father like she grew up with. He did some things he shouldn't have done and went to jail or prison or whatever. And his lawyer told her that if she postpones the wedding a year, he will be out for the following summer. And her fiance will not postpone the wedding, does not want to postpone the wedding. Now, I, better than anybody, understand what it is like to walk down an aisle without your father. Did I get in the right car or what? So I said to her, well, first of all, cry, because that is a shitty situation. That is a heartbreaking situation. And you are dealing with a myriad, I don't even know if that's a word, guys, I made that up, of emotions. First of all, it's embarrassing that you have to tell people in this other family, extended family that you are marrying, that your father is in jail. She was like, you have no idea. I don't have that exact idea, but I can imagine. I said, second of all, it isn't the same. I had my brother walk me down the aisle. I love my brother. It is not the same as having your daddy walk you down the aisle. I was never the girl that imagined my wedding. I didn't put the pillowcase on my head. I didn't believe in fairy tales. I'm not a romantic. If I got married, great. If I didn't, fine. But the one thing I wanted, the one thing I wanted was for my father to walk me down the aisle and for my father and I to have a daddy-daughter dance. Okay? I wanted that. I did not get that. I understand why she is heartbroken. Okay? So I said to her, is there a reason why your fiance won't postpone the wedding? What is the reason? All of his reasons are practical. See, men typically are practical. Women tend to be more emotional. We know this. This is science. It's not nothing we discovered yesterday in her Acura, right? The father was supposed to get out. He didn't, not because of anything he did, but just because of the way the system worked. And he's not convinced that if they postpone it another year, that the father will be out. And then what do we do if he's still not out next year? And they're going to lose all their deposits. And it's people have already booked plane tickets. It's all very practical. So I said to her, will you resent your future husband for the rest of your life? And she said, I don't know. That's what I'm afraid of. Of course, her father is saying, honey, get married. Don't be silly. Get married. And we'll do something special when I get out, and it'll be for us, and blah, 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 blah. But she doesn't want to. She wants to wait for her father. She said he's not a violent criminal. The crimes he committed were white-collar crimes. Yes, they hurt people, but he didn't physically hurt anyone. He's not a violent man. He's a good man. Okay, I get it. If he's not Jeffrey Dahmer, we're good. I'm fine. I get it. He's your daddy. You want to wait for him. I understand. What does your mom say? Well, my mom is so hurt by what my father did. And my mom is operating from a place of maybe it's better if he isn't there because he'll be a distraction, blah, 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 blah. Nobody really is thinking about what this young lady wants. Everybody is thinking about how this man's participation or lack thereof will affect them. So she feels unseen. She feels, right, like ignored. So anyway, she's now sobbing in the car. And she's like, I'm so embarrassed. This is ridiculous. I say, what is ridiculous? There's a stranger sitting in your car. That is ridiculous. I said, I think the harder question here is, should you marry a man that smokes? And she started cracking up. And I was like, now, we put things in perspective, right? So I said to her, my father died. I didn't have my father. You have your father. Can you go to the courthouse and get married and then do a celebration when your father gets out? Or can you go through with the wedding because everything is paid for and whatever? Oh, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Her father paid for this wedding. Yeah, like he paid for all of this. She's like, what gets me is everybody acts like it's their money they're losing. My dad paid for all this shit. I said, I understand that, but it's still like, I get it. People don't want to lose thousands of dollars. Like, I get it. So I said, can you go through with the wedding and do, what your dad suggested? Do a special. And she was like, who's going to come? Who would I even want there after the way they're treating him? You see, this is the thing. When you push a little girl against her daddy, okay? A girl who loves her daddy, she will lash out. I don't think y'all know. There's a special relationship between a mother and her son and a father and his daughter. Mm-hmm. So, long story short, I said to her, it doesn't matter. Whatever the outcome is going to be for them, the important thing was she needed somebody to talk to. She needed to get angry. She needed to cry. She needed to yell. She needed to do it in a space where someone wasn't going to volley back at her. Everything, every emotion she had, they were volleying back at her like a tennis match. It was like she felt like she was crying in front of Serena Williams. And every time she had an emotion or a feeling, they would volley something practical back at her and make her feel defensive. And then she felt stupid for having a feeling, and she felt stupid for crying. And so I said to her, listen, whatever you decide to do, I'm going to tell you now, if this man is your forever, he's going to wait. Your mother is going to get over it. She's your mother. And anyone who can't make it in a year, they'll send a gift. That's the best part. You still get to get drunk and eat cake and dance with your dad. And the people who can't make it, great, they're still going to send gifts. And she laughed through her tears. Fred, shut up! Fred, shut up! Jesus wants you to shut up, Fred. So she was like, you're really funny. You're really good at this. And I was like, so are you. And she just snot cried. So I hugged her and I said, I'm going to talk about this on Coffee Talk, but I'm not going to say your name, because I think it is important for people to understand that if they see someone crying, it is okay to say to them, you're allowed to cry. You're allowed to cry. Stop apologizing for your sadness. Stop apologizing for your feelings. Stop apologizing for your disappointment. I don't care if nobody else in the world understands why you're crying. If you are sad, if something is breaking your heart, if you are grappling with something, nobody else has to get it. Nobody but you. Nobody but you. And if you see someone crying and you have the capacity to approach them, do so. Put your arms around them. Put your arms around them. Let them know, like, I'm here. Like, be an angel for somebody. Because sometimes all they need to hear is you are valid. This is valid. This is real. You deserve to be validated. If something is upsetting to you, I don't even care if you are sitting and crying for a reason you can't even figure out. I don't care if you're crying and you don't even know why you're crying. If you're literally going, I don't know why I'm crying, fine, cry. It's because literally your body needs to cleanse itself. It is a self-cleaning mechanism. Okay? For some reason, I always gravitate towards crying people too. Every time I see people crying, I cry. I cry all the time. I cry, they cry. Yesterday, I didn't cry because she didn't, my tears would have come from like the dead daddy thing. And dead daddy tears are a whole different level of tears. She didn't need my tears. That wasn't fair. But typically I cry with people. Anyway, I'm a crybaby. I'm fine with it. Everybody's tears and emotions matter. And I just want people to know that your healing matters to me. Your emotions matter to me. Your process matters to me. You are valid. I see you. I love you. I don't care what it is that's bothering you. I don't care how silly you think it is. It matters. You deserve to cry. Go ahead and cry. I don't care what anybody else thinks. If anybody else makes you feel bad about crying, you go, you know what? Jamie said it's fine and I'm crying, so shut up. It's a rebirth of Slick. Literally, you rebirth yourself when you cry. So cry. Cry, baby. You know that? Janis Joplin. Cry, baby. Oh, dead daddy tears? Whoo, Chile. Saddest tears of my life? Ectopic pregnancy. Crying over a baby that didn't make it. Saddest tears of my life. Dead daddy tears. Ace dying of a heart attack. Oh, okay. Those tears could have literally set the Jews free in Egypt. They could have surfed on a surfboard right out of Egypt on those tears. Okay? But by the way, I also cry over other things. I cried because somebody put gluten in my food this week and it made me sick. And I was so frustrated that my body has an issue with gluten and that people don't listen to me and blah, blah. So I just cried. I just cried because I was frustrated. And car alarms going off. I just want you to know that I love you. Lacey, you know me so well. I love you. Oh, Debbie, 150%. Debbie, you win. Those are the worst tears in the entire world. You win, Debbie. Not win, but you know what I mean. Sometimes God puts us in the right place at the right time. God puts us exactly where we need to be to help other people. And we should act on that. We should be angels to people when we can. Coffee Talk was started in the human connection, guys. Social responsibility. Take care of each other. I love you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, have a great, great day.